Welcome back to another CryptoLabs passive income YouTube channel. Let's talk DeFi. We're going to talk about how this whole thing works. I'm going to break down some liquidity pools and really talk about yield farming. I think yield farming is misunderstood, yet it's probably the greatest opportunity we have to become the bank, to take the power back, to provide liquidity into a system of finance, decentralized finance, where we get paid. The banks don't get paid. We get paid. And to me, my strategy is twofold, is create yield off providing liquidity and then take that yield and add to the bull run. And I'm going to show you some really realistic numbers here. We are not doing the giveaway today. Good news, we're going to do it tomorrow. I got a call here in 25 minutes with our fast track crew, which is our one-on-one coaching program, in 25 minutes. So I'm not going to get the giveaway in today. Good news is you can leave a comment below and get entered into tomorrow's giveaway, and we'll actually pick comments from this video to do tomorrow's giveaways. So let's talk about this here. So here's where I'll start. ETH USDC Arbitrum versus Base. So let's say I want to provide liquidity for a ETH USDC pair on Uniswap, which would be like the most trusted platform you could potentially ever think about doing it. Like, you're not waking up tomorrow and your money is not going to be gone ever. People think that, oh, well, earning a few cents isn't worth it. What if I told you you could earn 0.2, 0.3% a day? What if I could tell you you could earn 0.8, 0.9% per day by providing liquidity within a specific range, and it's not that difficult to do? Would that change your opinion on True DeFi and if it's worth your time? So for instance here, and this is something I'm in a ETH USDC pool over here and an ARB USDC pool over here. I can add liquidity anytime, remove liquidity anytime. I can reinvest my earnings, which looks like it's 23 bucks. Awesome. And guess what? This ARB gets moved into my bull run bag. And we'll talk about that in a second here. But I wrote a quick little article here today about ETH USDC on Arbitrum versus Base. So I could potentially do roughly around 0.3% providing liquidity on ETH USDC on Arbitrum, or I could make almost 0.9% per day, and I'm getting into this pool after the fast track call, and I'll be comparing the two. I'll have 2,500 bucks in each pool, and I'm going to actually compare the returns within the same range between 1880 to 1950, which is a bit of a tight range, but I'm going to be pretty active for the next 4 or 5 days. Like, I'm working with Underdog Investor members and Fast Track crew, and I'm doing this stuff as well, so I can readjust that range. And it's not like if you go out of range, you lose all your money. But that's almost a double for not that much more risk. A little bit lower TVL on the base side, and of course, you're playing with a wrap version of USDC, but to me, I'm getting double the returns for like just a fraction, like tiny points more risk. When I'm looking risk reward, I'm happy to personally take that. Now, if you're just like, I don't know what this dude is talking about, let's have a peek at something. Let's just say, and when you join the Underdog Investor Group, we have our 6-figure DeFi challenge launching here in just over a week, but I think we're actually going to launch it Wednesday, Thursday. Keep tight lips on that because I can't guarantee that, but I think we're going to start launching it a little bit early. Let's just say that, let's go back here. Let's just say that, what's one of the pools I'm in? So I'm in ARB USDC. This is a perfect example here. You know, $16 per day there, which is pretty accurate. ETH GMX, I got to update some of these APRs because some of them were on yield flow, which is, we would call it a level 3 play. And Uniswap, concentrated liquidity pools will be level 1, level 2 plays. Then maybe I'm in some high risk projects down here, which your portfolio should always be a very small amount in high risk projects, which I'm always playing in. So $100 per day, $3,000 a month. Now, what if you're taking those earnings and you're moving them over to your bull run bag? You're buying some Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana. You own a little bit here and there. You got your target prices set up for when you want to exit. You start looking at your numbers, and it's like, yeah, maybe we don't have 11 grand to put into our bull run portfolio bag, but the compound interest effect is very, very real. And you can start with a small amount. And what takes someone a year to make, you can do in a month. And if you compound that over a few months, those numbers really start adding up. Like, a portfolio like this is not far out of reach. And once you build momentum, it starts growing quickly. And once you realize you're in full control, I can go into this wrapped USDC pool, which I just rebalanced, which is why I took my earnings and I rebalanced it. I can come in here and I can rebalance my portfolio at any time. choose a new range that I want to provide liquidity to. Just think of it. You are literally Wall Street. You are the banker and you are providing liquidity into the market. I can readjust as obviously prices move and shift. There's different strategies here too, which if you want a video on it, just leave a link or leave a comment below. Obviously, if you're kind of bullish on the market, you may want to do correlated pairs so you're not seeing as much, if any, impermanent loss. If the market's moving kind of sideways, it doesn't really matter. Correlated, non-correlated, linked to a stable coin, it's all good. If the market's boring, which it has been at least before this little mini pump, then it doesn't really matter. If you're kind of short-term bearish on things, you'd probably want to link up with a stable coin so you can sort of hedge against the impermanent loss, or at least lower the impermanent loss. And if you're super bearish and you think everything's crashing, then it's not a bad time to swap into stables and buy back lower. So the strategy is going to be dependent upon what the market is saying. We did open up a technical analysis arena, by the way, which in here you can see. We're always talking about different TA on different positions, very basic trend lines, support, resistance. Like, it's not complex stuff, nor do we want it to be. And obviously we're all sharing our positions. Like, things are always happening inside the UIG. So hopefully you become a member. It's literally a coffee a day, and you will make a lot more than a coffee per day if you apply yourself. If you don't, then you got to actually take the actions to do it. But what I'm getting at is I can add liquidity into this. I can remove liquidity from this. No one's saying I can't. I can reinvest my earnings. So let's just say here in this range, or here in this pool, I can reinvest my earnings if I want. I can collect it. I can move it to my bull run bag. I can swap this for stables. I can move it onto my crypto credit cards. I can go spend it. I'm in control. And I choose where I want to provide liquidity. And just to bring things back, now, by the way, just right after this video, I'll post some educational content here if a lot of what I'm saying is going over your head. We also did build the Underdog Investor Group because learning this stuff alone can take years. Whereas when you're with a community and you have multiple instructors and you have people helping you through it, you can master this stuff within a few weeks. And we do see it. We had someone post this today. Let me find it. Okay, there we go. Just wanted to encourage everyone to check out the TA analysis section. It has helped me a lot. I usually work during lives, but I always catch David's replays. My last 30 days in a small testing trading account has successful and inspired me to learn more. Thanks, David. Up 48%. 3-day P&L looks like a plus 6%. Pretty dang cool. Yeah, you don't have to learn, you don't have to know the hundreds and hundreds of patterns. It's basic support, resistance, trend lines. This technical analysis group is going to be a game changer. If you're part of the UIG and you haven't joined this yet, haven't checked it out, make sure you do. If you're not part of the UIG, then make sure when you do join, you come on over here pretty quick and check it out. There's a lot of good stuff happening in there. But it's yes, you could trade and swing trade, but also for providing liquidity. And if you're selecting a range, and if that range is kind of a little bit tighter, so you can earn higher rewards because you're providing liquidity in that range, so your assets are being used and swapped and bought and sold the most, so you're getting the most amount of fees. You'll probably want to have just a basic idea of have a look at the charts, and that's why we have a community as well, because you can be like, hey, what do you guys think of this range? And we can give you feedback on it. But having just some basic skills like that, that's a lifelong skill for people. And of course, we have our Bull Run Wealth Builder group, our True DeFi group, our Performance Mindset Entrepreneurship group is coming out this month, and our 6-figure DeFi Earner Challenge, which really break things down step by step. $3, $10, $25, $50, $100, $200, $300 is supposed to come out on the 14th. I think we're going to start releasing this and opening up this community here by Wednesday. So we're actually going to get a little bit early on it. And we are nearing our member cap. So if you're not yet a member and you've been on the fence of joining, the link will be below. You can get 20% off your first month. Once the doors close, the doors are closed, and we're going to open up a 2 or 3 day window, every month, every couple months, whenever we want to bring in some new members, we're going to open up a 3-day window, bring in new members, and by then the price will be double. Of course, all the value we've been at. It's still, we had a lot of people who join $5,000 programs, and they come join us in here and they're like, I should have just joined this from day one, because it's a fraction of the cost and it's double, triple the value. And we really pride ourselves in that. And plus there's no contracts. It's not like you're stuck in something. Our job is to get you results. And as you get results, you'll stay forever. And if we don't get you those results, then you won't stay forever. Of course, half of that onus is on you to actually take the action and do it. Many people are lazy. They join. They're like, it's too hard. Give it 2 weeks. This is worth learning. DeFi is the future, taking the power back, having control of our finances, being the bank, being Wall Street. That's worth learning. That's all I got. Rant over. I really appreciate you. The giveaway is coming tomorrow. So if you want to partake in that, do leave a comment below. We will pick a winner from the comments section below. Every single week, we give away $100 on this YouTube channel. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you do. And as promised, I'm going to move my mug in the middle. And we're going to bring up some videos here and here and here and here. Do check them out for educational purposes and learn something. Learn a little bit every single day. That compound interest that you invest in yourself is more than any Bitcoin or any investment will ever have. I'll be first to admit it. So just invest in yourself, get the education, join the communities, be around the people doing it, and your future will be bright. So with that said, I'm going to get out of here. Appreciate you. Peace.